My name is Antonio Guzman. I'm going to start off with my comprehensive project. For this exercise or for this project, I chose the sport basketball, and I chose the position, the point guard, and I also chose the freshman going on to college. Here, we're going to assume that the athlete had a scholarship for point guard, and the athlete wanted some extra push towards his extra strength towards his upcoming year in college basketball. So we're going to do the strength exercise, and this is going to be training day 1. So there's going to be a total of 3 days where we have, I'm going to demonstrate day 1, which is the total body exercises, and then where we're going to have on, which is Monday, and then Wednesday we're going to have only what is the upper body exercises, and then on Friday we're only going to have the lower body exercises, which means the exercise that I'm doing here for the total will be the same as for Wednesday and Friday. So the only exercises that will be changing will be the resistance training exercises. So that's just a heads up. We're going to start off with the core and balance exercises. We're going to start off with the knee ups, and then from there we're going to go to reverse crunch. And the knee ups will be the 2 sets of 10, and with a tempo of 1-1-1. Also, it's going to be 45 seconds rest afterwards. This will be a demonstration of what the knee ups would be. It's going to be 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and that'll be our demonstration. Then we're going to jump into the reverse crunch, which will be the 2 sets of 10 as well, 45 seconds rest after each set. And this will be the demonstration of the reverse crunch. For core and balance, this is a 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and that'll be our demonstration for the reverse crunch. And then that's going to be a tempo of 1-1-1 as well, with the 45 seconds rest. Then we're going to jump into the single leg squat touchdown, where this you won't have any rest. So it's going to be 2 sets, we're going to alternate legs. So right after you do one, you jump into another one. Let's keep in mind that we're trying to build the strength and endurance of the point guard. That way he can provide this on the field and progress from there. So we're going to do the squat. I believe it's also it's going to be the 2-1-2 2-1-2 tempo. So what we're going to do is going to be with stabilizing with one leg, and go 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. Messed up a little bit, sorry. And 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, touch, 1, 1, 2, and then we alternate from legs. I apologize for the inconvenience, and that will be the demonstration of what the core and balance will be. So there will be no rest, and then of course we're going to alternate from leg. So you do 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, and then of course is the other side, and and then we're going to go into the next phase, which will be the squat jump. Here, of course, we're going to do 2 sets of 10 reps with the repeated motion, 30 seconds rest. This is an endurance, so this is going to be a fast pace. So it'll be 2 sets of 10. So we'll jump from 1, 2, 3. So that'll be repeated motion, 30 seconds rest afterwards, and then we'll jump into for butt kicks, and these two exercises are plyometrics. So making sure we get in the variables. And this two will be 2 sets of 10 reps. The 2 legs equal 1 rep. So each kick is, after 2 kicks, that's 1 rep. And then of course this is a repeated motion, so 30 seconds right afterwards. Or I believe it's butt kicks with both legs up, I apologize. So maybe 1, 2, 3, 4. So those are the butt kicks, and here it will be 30 seconds rest. Speed up the endurance. And then we're going to do making sure that the athlete is well aware that this is to build their strength and endurance so they can play it on the court. And during their off time, or even on the training days, they'll be working on their own exercises, which will be the full court layups, box jump, free throw shooting, and making sure they work on their own skills in the meantime after their trainings, if they wish, and as well as they apply it on Tuesday and their Thursdays off workout schedules. Okay, now we're going to start off with the speed and agility quickness exercises. It's going to be 3 sets of 15 yards from here to that end over there. It's a total 15 yards. We're also going to do 60 seconds rest. This is going to be a sprint weighted exercise with a 20-pound weight vest, and also this will benefit the athlete to progress in his speed, which will be needed a lot as a point guard to get by his opponents, and making sure that he's aware of the surroundings and how to avoid getting caught up with traffic. And I'm gonna bear with me. I'm just gonna show a demonstration. I'm not gonna go full speed, or I'm not gonna sprint. I'm just gonna show what it would look like. So please keep that in mind. And so this will be 3 sets of 15 yards. And just a demonstration of what it would look like. We're speeded. So that would be 3 sets of 15 yards. I apologize for the mud, and so I was just trying to avoid slipping, and that will be my demonstration of what it would look like. Okay, now for our next speed and agility quickness exercise, we're going to do back pedals. This is very important for the athlete because at times when we're on defense, we're backpedaling backwards and making sure we can keep up with our opponent. And this is going to be 2 sets of 15 yards. So to show a demonstration of backpedaling, making sure you're in a stance of like basketball position, so I don't fall. This will just be a demonstration slowly, but of course we can do it faster. And this is just going to be a demonstration. As far as we're going to go back, I could have gone faster, but like I said, I don't have a very stabilized platform, so I hope you can keep that in mind. So the next time it would be over there, jump back, so that would be 0 rest, or no, I believe it was a 30 seconds rest, I apologize, 30 seconds rest, or if not, if the athlete feels good, they can just commence backwards and finish the second set of speed agility workout, quickness, and that's the 15 yards, and now we're going to do what is the 14 yards of side shuffles. This is a 3 feet. I had measured it before starting my video. I do side shuffles in the stance of basketball position, defense position, where our side shuffle is going to be from left and then right. Of course, this is just a demonstration of what it would look like. So 14 yards over there, and then 14 yards back, which would be alternating arms. So demonstration would be, can you come over please? Right there, that's fine. So it'll be like side shuffling as fast as you can, making sure you're squatting on your back, switching sides. And this will benefit the athlete in their sports, which is basketball, and this will progress their endurance and strength towards their goal. So as we completed my SAG training for the basketball sport for my point guard, we're going to jump into the resistance training, which will be the full body workout for day 1, which is Monday, and then Wednesday, as I said, it was upper body, and as I also mentioned, that Friday would be only the lower body for resistance training. That's the only thing that will be changing within this program. We're going to jump into a chest, which is we're going to do bench press. This is going to be a 60 seconds rest after each set, 2 sets of 10. We're going to do the intensity of 75% of the RM of the athlete. From there, we're going to do a tempo of 1-0-1. So it's just going to be 1, 1, 1, 1. And of course, if this is to build strength and endurance at the same time. And this is the demonstration of what it would look like. It's going to be 1-1. And assuming that this is 75% intensity of their RM, I'm going to jump. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So, making sure we don't lock our elbows, because that too can cause injury, especially if you're a shooter or a passer. You want to avoid that. So. Now we're jumping into the next exercise, which is a chest incline. Dumbbells is going to be a 60 seconds rest, and from there we're going to choose a 25-pound dumbbell with a tempo of 1-0-1, or 1-0-1 with 2 sets of 10 reps. So I'm going to show a demonstration. This is an incline bench. It's our incline. These are my 25-pound dumbbells. We're going to commence. 1, 1, 1, so it's going to be 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Making sure you squeeze the chest. 1, 1, 1. As soon as you go up, you squeeze. 1, 1, 1, 1. And that'll conclude my chest exercise for my activity. Now we're jumping into our back exercise for resistance. We're going to do lat pull down, seated lat pull down. It's going to be 2 sets of 10 reps. We're going to do a 60 seconds rest after each set. And although this is a 60 seconds rest and endurance, this is still going to build up their endurance, because most of the resistance training, especially for strength, you would roughly take about 2.5 to 5 minutes of rest. So we're going to do the short amount of time, and assuming that this is a weighted machine, we're going to do 75 intensity of their RM, or roughly around 60 or 70 pounds. I'm sorry, no. So this is going to be 75% intensity of their range. Assuming that this is a weighted machine, you're going to be seated with a 1-1-1 tempo. So it's going to be 1-1-1, 1-1-1, 1-1-1, 1-1-1, 1-1-1, 1-1-1. So that'll be my lat pull down exercise. Now we're jumping into our next back exercise, which will be pull-ups. We're going to do 2 sets of 10 reps. This will be full range of motion with a 60 seconds rest after each set. So we're going to commence. I'm going to show the demonstration of what it would look like of the pull-ups. We're going to get full range of motion. And of course, the athlete will be able to, as long as we get into 10 reps, if he needs a little bit of rest, maybe a second, 2, that'll be the most. So we're going to try to get in the only 2 sets of 10, which will be a fast-paced strength endurance exercise. We're going to jump into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that'll complete my back exercises for for my resistance training. Okay, now we're jumping into our shoulder exercise. We're gonna do the seated dumbbell press. So it's gonna be 60 seconds rest with 25 dumbbell, 2 sets of 10 reps. Demonstration. Overhead. We're gonna do one. This is a tempo of 1-1, a 1-0-1, 1. And that'll be my exercise for shoulders, dumbbell press. We're doing our lateral shoulders exercise. Is gonna be 2 sets of 10 with a 15-pound dumbbell. This is gonna be a tempo of 1-0-1 as well. So just with and making sure we have our 45 seconds of rest after this one. For this set. This is a demonstration of what it would be. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Now we're jumping into our bicep seated dumbbell curl. It's going to be 45 seconds rest of 28-pound dumbbell. It's going to be 2 sets of 10 reps. And the tempo is going to be 1-0-1. So this is an endurance and strength exercise. So it'll be 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Making sure our elbows are inwards. 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay, so now we're jumping into our tricep. We're going to do a supine barbell extension, 2 sets of 10, 45 seconds rest. This is going to be a 35-pound weighted for the exercise, and this is going to be a tempo of 1-0-1 as well. Making sure we don't lock our elbows. As we go up, so it's going to be 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So there'll be 2 sets of 10. Making sure you don't hit your head either, or your forehead. Okay, so after finishing our tricep workout, as I did earlier, we're jumping into our squatted with barbell squats. And from here is going to be 2 sets of 10. We're also going to have a 60 seconds rest with a tempo of 2-0-2. So 2 seconds down, and then 2 seconds back up. Making sure we squat down and bring our glutes to our glutes. And this will be a demonstration of what it looks like. Jumping here, and make sure you look up. After you're ready to squat down, look up. It'll be 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. That'll be my demonstration. This exercise can vary from 1-0-1 tempo as well. I'm adding the 2-0-2, that way we can get in an extra burn, an extra workout towards the strength and endurance, and that'll complete my barbell squat. Now we're jumping into our next leg exercise. This is going to be the deadlift. It's going to be 2 sets of 10 reps with a 60 seconds rest. This tempo will be on 1-1-1 with the intensity level of 75% of the RM. Assuming that this is a 75%, demonstration will be making sure this is the deadlift, and as we squat down, we make sure our legs our knees are bent slightly, and we can perform our exercise. For deadlift, this is going to be a 1-1-1, so it's going to be 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So this will complete my comprehensive project. We're going to do, this will be our day 1 for Monday. Day 2, which would be Wednesday, is going to be our upper body. The only thing that's going to change is going to be the resistance workout. So the resistance are only going to be for upper body. And then for our third day, which will be Friday, we're going to do the lower body for resistance training. Everything else stays the same, but the only thing that changes is the resistance training. And this will complete or conclude my training for my point guard, who's going to college as a freshman and as a point guard. And this is my video, and I appreciate your support, and thank you.